Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio, and we're back for round 3 of a Vintage League. We're playing Oath of Druids today. Atlantea, as I last recall, was typically a Jeskai style player, so surely they're on blue. Move on the die roll. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, guys, if you're enjoying these videos. I think we would like to play first. I think this is a... Geez. Not a very good hand. I don't think I can keep that. That's just not where I want to be. This is pretty bad too, but we're going to keep this one. What do I want to put away? Probably Oko for now. We'll play Ponder first, because if we don't like our a couple of the cards or whatever be it. I definitely like the Reb. And keep that up for double force. Humans. Oh, shops. Wow. I guess this Pyroblast is not looking so good. Look at me talking game like I know my opponents. My opponent just came out and played a Sphere Resistance. Good on them. This is totally fine. Yeah, they're just going to waste me. Okay. Well, pretty nervous here. I think I need to preordain, though, to try and get ahead. Ooh, there's an Oath. I think we need both of these. I'm going to play this out. Yes, it could get hit by a Revoker. Do I take a chance and not? Do I not play this out? What's higher prevalence, Sphere or Revoker? I mean, they've got 1 Thorn, 3 Spheres left, Trinisphere. I think I got to play this out. Look, that's a risk. I'm wide open right now, but if for whatever reason, if they just play a Crucible and pass, okay, that's a good start. Hopefully it's not a Revoker, though. I probably die if it is. Like, if this is such a gambit on my end. Golos is fine. I also don't know, as I say, I do know this player. I haven't seen them probably in about a year, but I've played against them a lot, and uh, I do believe they are a blue player. This feels like a Golos. Chalice of 2. Jesus. That shuts off a substantial amount of their deck. Yeah. There's Oko. All right. I mean, Oko could do some work here for me. Hopefully they just don't have a play here, and I don't have to force. I'm 1 land away from Oko here. Oko could help a lot, because there's so many perilous things that can come out of a workshop deck here that just have to be countered. Like a Crucible needs to be countered. I can't do anything about it. They're just going to make golems here. So we need a land. Okay. Let's see if they wasteland here. They don't. I mean, almost assuredly my Golos is just going to die here. Or my Oko is going to die. It's not too hard for a workshop deck. I mean, they're going to make this thing here now. They're going to get an artifact for it. Well, they can just shut it off with a needle. They don't even need to worry about it. Interesting they chose 2. How would my opponent know of... Oh, they saw the orchard. They shut off Oath. Yeah, it just becomes a 6/6, yeah. I think I can probably just scoop it up here. I don't think I'm going to be able to win from here. Like, the Chalice at 2 is really devastating. The good news for us is that we've got really solid game. Post board against Oath, or against Shops. This step's probably not that good. I don't think we need a Veil. Doesn't do anything. Soul Guide Lantern could be okay. I don't know how much I want it, though. Like, I feel like Narset's not very good. Mental Misstep is probably reasonably poor. But shutting off Needle, I guess, is a thing. I think this is fine. Okay, let's see if we can do a bit better here. Yeah, unfortunately for us, this is a really stinker of a hand. I just think we have to do better than this. I'm not happy about this hand, but probably a losing proposition. Nice Saga. I'm going to play a Sphere now. 3-ball. Yep, all right. I mean, that's solid. Gotta be kidding. Probably just dead now. It's funny, you know, when I play Shops, they're just going to quarter me here. I just feel like there's so many decks out there that just really beat up on Shops. And I just really struggle. I don't know what it is. I just struggle against Shop style when I'm playing Shops. When I'm playing against it, I have a really hard time. Unfortunately, we can't punish our opponent for that line. We don't have any... Okay, this is helpful because we can actually cast an Oath of Druids here. I think I just get an Emerald. Yeah, Emerald's correct. Okay. My opponent may be disincentivized here to make a golem, and they are disincentivized. So hopefully they don't mess with our mana base here. Because if they don't mess with our mana base, we can cast an Oka, hopefully next turn. And Oko will give them a elk, and that will turn on our Oath of Druids. Cage. Okay. We can turn that into the elk if we so choose. We'll see what they do here. They didn't wasteland us, so that's good. Crucible of Worlds might be a thing here. And we'd have to kill the Crucible before we do an Oko. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, sweet. Sphere. Land? We did draw land. Well, like I feel like my opponent is struggling mightily here for mana. Like I could take these Moxes away here, but I feel like just getting Oko into play is just such a big game. Let's do her. And getting our Archon going should ice it. We'll see what they can muster here. I mean, they've played a Sphere here, so... Oh, Workshop, geez, that's a nice one. See if they come at Oko. Yeah, they don't. So that indicates they don't have anything they can do about that. Okay, Golos into play here. Sorry about the background noise, guys. My children have just come back from gymnastics, and they are, as per usual, causing problems. Okay. There, door shut. Let's see what we can do here. So we're going to trigger this first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this Sapphire here. And I think I'm just going to kill their Golos. Like this 3-ball is problematic. This 3-ball is becoming problematic. Why don't we get rid of the 3-ball? I think that's probably the better line. We'll do that. Draw after. Gotta be careful how you trigger your stack with the Archon and the Gaia's Blessing. Like our good cards we only had 4 cards left on our library, but we also wanted to be able to draw Ancestral and Time Walk, and we're unable to do so because they were in our graveyard. So we'll shuffle it back and see if we can get one of those cards. I'd also be very happy with the land here. Probably just going to turn this Oko into an elk. I guess that actually doesn't really matter because our opponent can just return it back to their hand. Anyways, it still works. So I think I'm just going to turn the Sphere off here. Make it a. Yeah, that works. I mean, they can kill my Oko here if they want to attack in with both creatures. I can only block. No, they can't because I can actually Ancient Grudge it. So I'm going to turn the Sphere off. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to kill this thing now. The Oko. Or the Golos, excuse me. Yeah, I like this. Now it's possible they have another Golos in their hand. Obviously they play 4. Because Golos is good even in multiples when you're just killing your own Golos to go and search for a land. This Archon hits very hard. Essentially deals 9 damage a turn. You will discard a card and I will draw a card. So my opponent's had enough of that. I don't think anything changes for us. I think we got a bit lucky there. That particular game was very tenuous. At the mulligan. Excuse me. What we're looking for is to get an Oath out turn 1. That would be very good. Okay. Couple lands. We've got some counter magic here. The ability to brainstorm. I don't think we can complain about this. I think this is a decent start. Just a sphere. We will counter a sphere. You have to gamble a little bit. Ooh, those are both nice. I mean, all 3 of those are decent draws. The problem is we're likely to be starved on land here. That's the problem. Probably going to have to pitch Oko. I would not mind keeping Dak around. I'm not going to put the land on top. The reason is if I get ghost quartered, I don't want to shuffle that land away. And it's possible my opponent will do that. Okay, so this is good news for me. We are likely to have an Ancient Grudge available to us next turn. Yeah, Revoker is totally fine. They're just going to put it on Oko. Got to dig for land. I'm going to have to go get a red source here. This is not ideal, but it's the world we're living in. There's the Oath. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Both of those. Okay, let's see if how we can do here. I mean, we counter a sphere, and we can jam an Oath. Nothing, no plays. Yeah, lots of sagas. Okay. I mean, they're going to be able to get the cage. All right. That's what they're going to have to go search up with their saga. And we're going to be able to counter whatever they do, and we will have an ancient grudge for the cage and the upkeep. Yep. I mean, we're going to get a little bit of a beatdown going here for sure. It's not going to be easy, but we also have Dark Fade if left unaccosted as well to be able to steal one of their golems if we need to. Just shrink their guys down. I mean, they just have to be going to get cage, right? If I get 2 cages, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, they're just making golems. It's a good plan versus what I'm trying to do, but I don't think it's going to be enough for them. Yeah, they found the cage. Hopefully they don't play a sphere. There's a number of things that can go wrong here. I mean, these golems are pretty big. They're going to have to sacrifice one of their creatures. Yeah, Ghost Quarter, okay. They're just going to do it. I think they're just on the golem plan here. I don't think they're going to quarter me. They know I have the basic. Yeah, pretty big hits. Yeah, it should be all right because we got the grudge, right? Like if they don't do anything here and they pass turn, like we're going to be able to grudge the cage. I end a turn going to go and get a red source here. Okay, the Archon should help here. Shuffle back. Make them discard, draw a card. So that was a good sequence for us. 2-2 now. And preordain. I think we can take a peek. The likelihood he'd be able to attack through this is pretty low. Yeah, that's decent. Play my mocks out. All right, we've got a Dak here. We've got an Oko. These are all things we're liking. Opponent is making their golem. Of course, we will block if they can get this thing over 6/6. I mean, good for them. We do have Dak to steal something next turn if need be. We also have Force to keep the critical artifact off the table if we need to. So these are 5/5s. So let's see what happens. I mean, if my opponent taps that tomb, they die next turn. I also can take a hit from one of their golems, no matter how big it gets. So what are they doing here? In addition to that, we're going to get a second Archon. Yeah, I mean, Oko's fine. Let's see what they do. Grafdigger's Cage. No, I'm not going to let them have that. They have one card in hand. And if it's an artifact and they play it out, they will have a 6/6. They do not. Okay, so we will block one of these. They have to discard their card. They just die now. It's over. And we drew a Grudge. That's pretty decent. Deal you 3. Draw a card. And good game. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button, guys.